When we first found out about my dad's diagnosis, time felt like it just froze.
There's the initial jolt when you hear the word cancer. It's scary. I remember thinking that my life was going to change significantly.
In front of me was my dad, young, seemingly healthy, my best friend, my singing partner, my biggest supporter, and the person I turned to for everything, now facing something so unimaginable.
Horror, confusion, fear, anger. You see, when a family goes through something like this, you were just going about your life, and then all of a sudden, a giant boulder is dropped on your head.
There would be treatments and the like, and who knows what else. It was a very unsettling feeling.
It wasn't just the word cancer, it was the uncertainty that came with it. What would treatment look like? Would he be okay? How would we hold it all together? It was just so overwhelming, and just like that, nothing was ever the same.
There were several lengthy hospital stays which were challenging. No one likes to be in the hospital.
The hardest part wasn't just navigating the medical system, it was everything else that came with it.
This diagnosis is a diagnosis for the entire family.
I was concerned about my inability to work and earn an income, as I was unable to work during the whole time of my treatment.
Everyone has to process it and deal with it in different ways.
Travel costs, missed work, daily expenses piling and piling up.
This caused a fair amount of anxiety. You're facing a crisis, but the bills keep coming. It made me wonder how people who are facing this are expected to continue functioning.
And that's what I realized. If we were feeling this way, other families definitely were too. We are so incredibly blessed to have such a close-knit family, and that bond is what got us through everything. And honestly, without it, I don't know how we would have moved forward.
Well, I've always been a big believer in positive thinking. I truly believe it works wonders.
My dad has said more than once, as long as I have you guys, I can get through everything. And that kind of love gave us strength.
Throughout this journey, I always believed I would be okay in the end. I truly believe this.
One moment that has always stayed with me was seeing how our inner and outer circle rallied around my dad and stepmom. Friends paid for hotel stays, offered up apartments nearby, dropped off dog food, took care of the dogs, but we know not every family has that kind of support. One of the few things that actually helped us feel less isolated was a Facebook group for myeloma patients and caregivers.
You cannot handle this alone. Families, they need support, they need help.
So that sense of shared experience of not being alone meant everything and still does today.
Learning of the remission was amazing. The treatments, the hospital stays, they all paid off.
That moment of hearing he was in remission was an out-of-body experience, if I must say. Like, it was all worth it.
Of course I was happy, and I was relieved, and I was overjoyed that my brother would have the opportunity to enter back into life and to do things again.
It made me realize that there is hope for those who have this disease. Follow the guidance and direction of your doctors, and you could come out of this okay.
It was not pretty, it was not fair, and it was not easy in the slightest, but it was worth it because my dad could enjoy life again. Our mission is to raise awareness and remind myeloma patients and their families that they are never alone in this fight.
Today, there are a number of effective treatments for myeloma. It's not what it was like some years ago. There are more treatments in the pipeline, and some believe that these treatments could eventually lead to a cure.
When my niece came to me with the idea of putting together an organization to help families of myeloma patients, I was proud, happy, excited.
I hope FAM becomes a place of comfort, connection, and strength, a space where families can turn for real help and real understanding, whether it's through financial support, shared experiences, or just knowing someone is walking beside you.
I don't think there's a greater mission out there.
My message would be to stay positive, listen to your doctor, and you could beat this like many have.
We want to be that light in a really, really difficult time. My dream is that families feel less alone and more empowered through FAM, because when you have community, you have hope. If you're a future volunteer or someone who has been touched by myeloma, we invite you to join us. Whether it's by volunteering at local events, contributing a donation, or simply learning more about our mission, every step you take with us helps light the way forward for others.